Hello, good afternoon. Michael Wynn, Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, Division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Thanks for joining me today on the Virtual Lunch and Learn video podcast on digital marketing. Today, we're going to talk about how about a little time for some SquareLovin. No, I'm not talking about a passion for math nerds. SquareLovin, all one word, Square, LOVIN.com, is a great tool, an analytical tool for managing your Instagram account. And I think what's important about understanding what's happening on that particular platform, whether you have your own personal account or whether you have a business account, I'm always asked by friends and family and just people in general, hey, Michael, what are some great resources that are out there that are free that we can use to make sure we're getting the most out of social media? So today, I thought I'd talk about SquareLovin. Love the brand, love the name, and I definitely love its capabilities. So I'm going to log in real quick here to my SocialLovin account and just kind of walk you through what we're looking at. So on the dashboard, in a quick sort of quick view, I can see how many media items I've uploaded, how many likes I've had, how many comments, how many followers, how many people am I following, and the default view shows just the last week, but you can adjust that and take a little different look. I can also see information when I go to the next screen, which gives me monthly analytics, which shows me how many posts that I've had, the most used filter, the most used tag that I've used, or hashtag for those of you are thinking in those terms, how many likes and comments. Again, it's a great dashboard. So for brands, I think as you think about when you're going through and thinking about what's working, so many times in our instant gratification Instagram lens, we often think about, what have you done for me lately to help me grow my business or help me expand my relationships in my community or industry or field of expertise. But with a tool like SquareLovin.com, I think it's interesting that you can see in a dashboard view the most liked, the most commented picture, and then think about, okay, if that was the information that people are really responding to, then how does that impact my future postings? How do I want to better communicate with those people who are connected with the content that I'm putting up? So I think it's really important to be able to have a view of my account, not only just for the last week, but then as well as more of a wider lens, being able to look at it from a monthly perspective. The next section that we can look at is the actual postings themselves over time. So it looks like I started my Instagram account back in 2013. And the first photo that I put up was me and my two oldest daughters. I want to say that was on Father's Day. No, it was January 6, 2013 was actually the photo. So interesting enough, when you start to look at sort of the historical information of your account. And the other thing that I think is really interesting too is when you start to look at interactions by day and by time, based on how the people are interacting with your content and how they're engaging throughout the day. So you're getting a historical information. And so again, whether you're looking at it from your own personal brand or whether you're looking at it from your business brand, because SquareLovin.com allows you to connect both and be able to view both by clicking on their dashboard. I do think it's interesting, tools like this, when they develop these, often their intent is to get the attention of a larger brand to acquire them. And I think we saw something very similar where Sprout Social bought up another free analytics tool back in late 2017, as it was a real popular free tool, but it's no longer available because it's now part of SproutSocial.com, which is another paid for platform, very powerful analytical platform to use. But for free, SquareLovin is great. It gives you, not only does it show you your postings by day, by the hour, your filter, most common tags that you've used. So again, I think it's really good. And then I think as we go into the next section, we can get a look at the most liked media ever, as well as the most comments received. And again, just being able to look at it from a analytical standpoint really provides you value in understanding the platform and for yourself or for your business, and really understand that. So then there's an optimization section that can show you, okay, again, here's your best times, here's the best days, you know, and really some interesting information here. I like the filter impact and what filters are triggering the most likes and comments. I do think here, I love this part here. So there's a side-by-side comparison of my tags, or in your case, your business tags, on one side of the screen, and then on the other side of the screen is the top tags on Instagram. And I think this is interesting because this is a way for you to educate yourself on what are the big overarching popular tags on Instagram. So of course, you know, things like Christmas and things like party and music, you know, you would expect to be on there. But things like photo of the day, or you know, Insta mood, or follow for follow, or you know, I mean, there's a couple of really different things. Obviously, throwback is great. You know, so there's a lot of Insta love. Gotta love that. I bet SquareLovin loves that particular tag as well. Swag, Insta good, TBT. I mean, these are the top tags on Instagram. So thinking about your brand, or whether a personal brand or business brand, and thinking about the popular tags on Instagram, I think can really help you plan for your content strategy as you move throughout, you know, each week and each month as you think about planning. So I think it's a great tool. The last section here in the analytics is community. And so here, you know, it's just sort of a brief overview of followers versus the folks that you're following, and a chart of the account growth that you've seen. So again, I think when you click on the dashboard for SquareLovin, you can choose the account you want, and that's where you would decide, do I want to use my personal account? Do I want to use my business account? And then from there, once I click on that, I'm brought to an analytics overview that shows me my media, my likes, my comments, followers and followings over the last week. I can then drill down into monthly analytics. I can look at postings, specifically times and dates and best times to post. I can look at engagement, which lets me know what media is my audience really responding to. So I think this is a great tool. So if you're a business and or an individual that's really trying to elevate your personal brand, and you haven't tried Instagram, or you've struggled to try to figure it out, take a look at SquareLovin.com. It's a free tool, very easy to connect with a couple of clicks and a verification of your email. You can be up and running and taking a look at your Instagram account and really get some insight into how people are responding and what people are finding interesting in your Instagram feed. Another thing that I want to talk about, which I think is really interesting, is when you think about when someone clicks on your Instagram feed, the set of 9. I think this is an interesting concept that we're really playing with on where do you find value. So if we were to break up, providing value to your end users, and also providing inspiration to your users, and then what ratio of that is compared to
promotional items. And so I think at the end of the day, when you think about when someone loads your Instagram profile, there are those three rows of 3, right? And so if you have 4 items that are education based, that are giving them value, and then you have engaging or interesting, what's interesting to the followers who are following you, right? Whether it's entertaining or whether it's inspirational. So again, if that's the full 3, 4, and then so that's 7, leaves you 2. Then the last 2 items that you would have would be where you would have your ask, if you will. Your hey, here's something that's important to me. I hope you'll think about, if you're looking for digital marketing, you'll think about Digital Win, which is my Instagram account. Digital Win, WINN. So I think when you combine an analytical tool like SquareLovin, and then you think about in what content am I going to put up and at what ratio. If you think about the 9 squares, think about a distribution of content of a mix of educational, inspirational, in that sort of 7 number, whether you do 4 inspirational or engaging and 3 educational, but that 7-to-2 ratio, where only 2 times out of 9 are you asking for the ask, whatever that might be. Try our products, try our service, love for you to take advantage of this offer. And I think that's a really good sort of strategy when you think about what can I do. So I want to encourage you guys to take a look at SquareLovin.com to optimize your Instagram content strategy. And don't forget the 2-to-9 ratio when it comes to ask versus education and inspirational content as you're developing your content for your Instagram account. Guys, thank you so much for your time today as we reviewed SquareLovin.com and how to maximize your Instagram marketing efforts. My name is Michael Wynn. I am the Chief Digital Officer of Digital Ops, a division of RB Oppenheim Associates. Thanks for your time. Have a great day, and we will see you guys tomorrow.